Hello, welcome back to another stream, or Hollow Knight again. Or not, at least. And, tomorrow's gonna be, of course, Darkest Dungeon stream. We're gonna be, tormenting ourselves, as usual. With more Pantheon. With full bindings. This one specifically seems rather harsh, what we say, especially the end part of it. Took me a long time to, get good at finding this part of it, so I don't expect it to be easy for me to learn how to beat the end of it either. But I try today and try to get a feel on how this stuff is working out, because it's actually gonna be absolutely miserable. Like I'm not gonna expose, viewers or myself to, endless torment. At least for, just me failing on this. But also I'm not against, trying a bit more and maybe, God, I can't believe I messed up. But yeah, I need to do a bit of thinking and, I'm gonna do that outside of stream, and I'm not gonna start going on rambling about the matter on stream too much at least. Because I don't think that, because I will, in most cases, just end up in a full roundabout situation of, talking about the game, like, oh yeah, I want to do this, but I also want to do that. I don't have a whole lot of plan right now, especially I did not get the position, I think. I have not been invited to an interview yet, and there is that there will be probably at this point, so, well, I'm lucky on that part, but, just gotta figure it out some other way. It's not like it's a problem, I would just kind of wish I could get something started with school. I have a course I should do, just that I made the mistake of signing up for one that has time at the end of the year, so naturally, before it's end of the year, I'm gonna feel significantly less motivated to actually, work on the course than, I would if I actually had like a little timer on it. That would actually be realistic right now. But these are things that I should not really worry about on stream. I should now focus on, talking about absolute nonsense. That helps me, defeat the Collector and their goonies. These guys be gooning. In other news, oh fuck, the controller, connector part just fell. Oh boy. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna disconnect. It shouldn't disconnect. It should have like a couple meters of range, and it's currently on the floor with me. Well, not with me, or next to me. I'm not on the floor, I actually have a... I can say, common belief, I'm moderately civilized in terms of, actually using chairs. Only what I think is morally right for me to do. That's a very weird statement and a sentence. I started saying, both, so almost on y'all I say, yeah. Same tense or something like that. Listen up, okay, that's all it is. That's my jokes. But the idea is about giving it a shot. You never know what's really funny if you never give anything funny a shot. Huh. But don't trust me, I won't funny. My sense of humor is screwed beyond, you know, recognition at this point. And I'm not particularly ashamed of it. I like what I like, and I need to live with that curse. I don't expect other people to, you know, wish yourself to prove it, though. Aren't you being a little trickster right now? Come on. Come on. We can talk about this. Actually, I don't think you're really on the move talking. Neither am I, to be honest. I'm talking about some action. Okay, that sounded weird. I mean it like, you know, instead of, you know, solving our problem through words, we would actually, you know, just duke it out in the field, like we are doing. But I don't think this is about differences. This is more like survival. And, you know, personal freedom, I think. Well, it's not really my freedom that's on the line. It's more of this, you know, Bugs' freedom that's on the line. Wow, I'm really rambling today. I wonder what's up with that. I mean, not that it's much different from usual, it's just like, you know. Oh no, it's not speed. No, I did not speed. As everybody could probably witness. Oh, I dislike this. Again. Oh! No, that's too close. That's too close. I feel like every time... Oh, fuck. I feel like every time I talk shit about this, you know, God Tamer, they would just be responding with a, awfully brave words from somebody in spitting distance. And they would be very right on that. You really are, you know, all about that spit. Would you mind? Would you kindly stop moving? Oh, fuck off, man. I don't see, you don't see me spitting all over your plans. Holy shit. How much liquid have you been drinking? Okay. This is actually insanity. Okay, I do not understand. I'm actually on the loss of words with that one. Did not reach the end. Did not reach the end. God, I just have one single Rick Astley song going around in my head the whole day. You know, it's actually really strange. That I listen to stuff like Rick Astley. I have literally never had any. I mean, the reason why I mostly started was because the guy actually is a. They themselves are a big time memer, and I have so much respect for people that celebrities, especially who, you know, like, don't take themselves super seriously and actually, you know, like, they don't take themselves super seriously, but they're also very true to themselves. Every Gasly thus far, with, you know, all the stuff that they've been producing, has been very, you know, seems like a very genuine guy. Like, they themselves are way in on the, you know, they were gonna give you up meme. And I respect that all so much. Should it reach? That's not reach. God, stop spitting! Now, I'm gonna say, I actually had something like worth mentioning to say on stream. I just don't remember what that is right now. Well, one thing I guess I actually, against, you know, my usual odds, I actually got a Tuesday Garda cells today. That went for a bit of a longer walk. So I did 2 routes in Pokemon Go. Yeah. And one of them failed. Like, the game would not recognize the other one as being finished. So I have to abort it, but I still got a cell on it. Very nice. Now, one could argue it's a bit unfair that the fact that you're like completely invulnerable during this, you know, move, but sorry, I started thinking about the unavoidable chin move. I know this is not the same thing, but it's just so funny to me. Like, literally might be one of my favorite Game Grumps moments of all time. I guess it's just the relatability of it. I completely understand getting pissed off at a boss for having a move that you just cannot seem to do anything about. I don't remember in what situation I started talking about it the first time, but I am gonna be bringing that up like every chance possible. God, you're such a dick. Such a dick. Oh, God damn it, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm not ready. Hey, I was ready. Okay. Spikes. Man, you sure got a lot of sleeves to go. I don't know what you call those. Capes are so fucking cool though. Like I don't know if I've ever, you know, expressed it well enough, but capes are something that I really need to come back to fashion. Not that I really know or care about fashion. Capes are just really cool. It's just really difficult to really have a situation where wearing one would be appropriate, unless you're, you know, seeing the Phantom of the Opera. Aha, I have learned to give an extra hit in on that move. I can punish them harder. Yes, please. Sorry, I shouldn't go into that. A certain level of degeneracy that even is too much for me. That's not really true, but I like to believe so. Because if I don't have a limit, then who am I to limit others? I mean, I'm not one to limit others in any way, really. As long as you're just kind to one another, and you know, I don't really care. People can be whatever the fuck they want to be. Which I feel like is such a simple fucking concept. But so many people just, for some reason, need to find some trouble with that. Like, I really... Okay, I'm gonna go into a rant again about something that is not relevant to the game, really, but something that I just really feel passionate talking about. Not for particular reasons, even. It's just that I think it's just... Okay, for the particular reason that I believe that, you know, it really isn't that, you know, difficult to be a decent human being, I feel like. I mean, my definition of decent human being is one that, you know, respects other people and doesn't really, you know, it's not a dick for, you know, no good reason. Where are they at? There they at. Oh, fuck. Off the dust they go. Oh. Ashes to ashes, I guess. From dust to dust. Oh. Do that then, huh? Okay. Like, I it's just like, it's so weird to be the, like, I know I've said this before. I have actually said this probably more times than anything else on stream. I just don't understand why do people make it their thing to ruin other people's happiness. Like, why do you need to be miserable because somebody else is happy? Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash, splash, splash. It's just so weird. Oh. Okay, I really... Can I just say... I dislike this so much. The way the guy just, like... decides to, like, oh yeah, I'm by the way on ground level right now. Ah! Oh, fuck. You know, the momentum systems in this game are actually pretty fucking good. Son of a bitch! God, I really tried to just get a heal off there. It's super unsafe for me to go in anywhere else, but just when he starts speeding up, it's really, really difficult to avoid. Also slowing down because he starts like circling the same area, and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I mean, what the fuck am I gonna do about this? Die? Yeah, that's about it. Mood, brother. Mood, brother bear. Now this is gonna sound weird, but I'm slightly disappointed in the lack of bears in this game. Like, I'm not saying I expect there to be bears in a game about bugs, but like... You know, if the court would be so kind and actually scratch that off the public records, you know, I think that would be just fine. Then again, I feel no shame for the things I say. I feel shame for things I do, but that's a completely different thing. No! I feel shame for this one. Could you, like, nuts? Could you stop, you know, throwing up a bunch of bees? They sound so in pain when they die. Okay, now I have a theory that I just came up with. Well, not really. I actually started thinking about this already yesterday. But so there are a couple of questions about this game, and I know that this is gonna be another one of those, you know, lunatic conspiracy theories about the game that I seem to be spewing out. So when I entered the Hive the first time, or when I beat the Hive Knights the first time, I'm pretty sure the Bee Queen says something along the lines that they are not the queen I'm looking for. Naturally, completely wrong. They absolutely are the queen. They're Mach Queen. Oh, fuck, I missed it. So I'm thinking, like, now, while I cannot tell the gender of these bugs, to almost any degree, some of them have a lot more, you know, some have a bit more feministic features, which I don't know, is it wrong of me to make that assumption? It just is some, like, I mean, that some of them are given feminine voices, which is, you know, correlates with female character than the looks. Especially since we're talking about bugs, and I do not know bug anatomy to pretty much any degree. All I know is that some bugs have wings and some bugs sting. Some bugs actually do both. But not all bugs. I seem to be lacking in the brain department. So I'm thinking, is this, you know, individual that's on the throne the queen I'm looking for? Because we don't actually, I don't think the game has ever said anything about what the actual queen of the kingdom was like. Like, I get that they would have been supposedly loyal to the, I think they were loyal to the king, I think. Like, first of all, I'm not, you know, suggesting there would have been any sort of, you know, trouble in the bedroom for the royal couple, but it's just that you never know about these things. Out of the dumb things I've said today, yeah, that ranks quite high. I'm pretty sure. But still. Oh. I'm upset with me. Huh, that also upset me. That upset me actually even graver. But I guess what I'm mostly getting at is I have no clue who the fuck that is on the throne. And it just raises questions because I don't know, like, I don't know who the queen either is. There's a queen's gardens, and we know a lot about their characteristics. Or we know a lot about their personality, I guess. They like a garden. But they like to tend to things and like which is cool and all. It's just that doesn't tell like a whole lot else. Except I guess, you know, they do point out that I think people, like, overall, I think the people love their, you know, short kings and queens. Because good God, was the first king quite short. I mean, no, that's taller than, you know, I am, but I, as in me in real life, but, you know, and then naturally, I guess, currently trapped inside an omelette, you know, Hollow Knight is a lot taller. And I guess also the current king or something like that. God, it's really difficult to keep up with this shit. What? You dare? How dare you, roly-poly man? Boy, thing, girl, thing? I don't know. Woman? Maybe. I don't know how to refer to this. You know? I spend all this time talking shit about gamers that, you know, get upset about pronouncing games, but at the end of the day, maybe I'm not any better. Like, I don't know how to, you know, refer to these, you know, bugs in this game. Which I'm gonna say I'm still, you know, puts me a bit, in my opinion at least, that puts me a bit higher, you know. Bye! That was so worthless. I don't regret it a bit. Sounds like my plans all overall. Why would you do this to me? Why would you spit on me? Alright, there's a lot of weird things I could say about this. And I know I've been saying a lot of weird things overall. But it's currently taking me a lot of restraint, not, you know, saying the most some of the worst stuff I could be actually talking about this whole, you know, spinning situation I'm encountering here. Oh, please. No, please. No, please. No means no. 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 No, please, no. Oh, fucking Christ. They're gonna spit. No, they did not spit. That's just fine. That's not fine. That also wasn't very fine. Not very cool, bro. Oh, this is so not cool. I'm about to be stuck in an endless loop of vomit and death. Sounds like my last time in Taco Bell. Yeah, never been to Taco Bell, also I'm not gonna talk shit about, fast food chains, because I am no person to talk about that, because I am uncultured and do not care. Yeah, what you gotta do now? Me saying I don't care just sounds kind of lame, because like, at the end of the day, I guess I could argue that I do care about a lot of things I say on stream. Just a lot of the things I care about, just I feel like I care too much about them, and I have no reason to, be as, I feel like I have no right to be as, invested in some of the things I talk about as I am, but I can't help it. It's just really interesting and intriguing, and just when I start talking about something that, I like to talk about, I want to talk about, stop thinking the other stuff. Yep. Like, yeah, so this is a list of random things I know about this topic, that might not all be correct, but I really want to talk about them because I have something worth saying about it, in my opinion. Which naturally does not mean that any of the things I say are right. And I feel like it's a very essential thing for anybody listening to me to understand that I am wrong. Oh, so much of the time. I do not wish to be spreading false information. Unfortunately, that's the only information I have. If I try to make up for it with the fact that I actively acknowledge the fact that, the information I share is not necessarily completely correct. And I feel like that should account for maybe something. Possibly for something. I don't think I have the right to say that my work would be worth anything. But I like to think that, the fact that I don't say things, with malevolent intentions, makes it a bit better that I talk about things, even if I don't completely understand them, and even if I, don't get it right. But actually, one thing that I was talking about recently, that I should probably clarify things about, is, so there was the, I yesterday talked about the whole Unity, engine problem. By the way, this game actually runs on Unity engine, so if the, suggested change for the cost would, go through for developers of the engine. Apparently this game was on the list of things that would have been actually removed from all stores. Like, Hollow Knight, apparently, like the Team Cherry would have, was on a very strict statement that they simply could not allow such things, like, they couldn't have the game out if that were the, case. But so, now, what I'm gonna say next is gonna sound very controversial. And I will say that I believe that there is, in this world we live in, or try to at least, there is no room for any sort of, threats of violence, death threats specifically, in any context. No video game is worth such, such a radical attitude. The over-the-top reaction. But I can't say that it wouldn't have been somewhat of a weird relief to hear that, apparently Unity seems to, after receiving a bunch of death threats from people, actually, we don't know how many from where and if they were real even. But I mean, knowing gamers, yeah, they probably were real. They kind of seem to be on the verge of, not going through. Like, they seem to think that it's probably best if they don't go through with the packages. Which of course could... there's always a chance that there were no difference, and they're just trying to save face by, saying, oh, gamers are so, angry, and, like, it should not have led to this, or, to, discuss about the matter. But also, there's the policy, actually, the more I read into it, the shittier it seems. Like, we're literally talking about charging already existing customers an insane amount of money based on no proper evidence. Like, what they were gonna do is that, like, oh yeah, every time somebody, it's like, yeah, so when a game that was created in Unity, or runs on Unity engine, is downloaded, a new download, so somebody that already had the game beforehand would uninstall the game and then download it for the first time, which is, by the way, a very good fix for, if there's anything wrong with the game files. People, most of the time, need to do this anyways. So it's not like, oh, well, that would never happen. I'm stuck. I'm gonna die again. Fuck. I hate that this is not that difficult of a boss fight, just that it just can be. It just really can be stressful. Especially when this bitch, just walks up to me like that. Like, who they think they are? Fucking Dio or something. The artist. I have never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I don't know who Dio is. Fuck, this is so fucking difficult when it just really homes in on you. It's like Marmu. I need to get to a rhythm and then I have to beat them. But like, the thing is, they would, like, with the Unity thing, they would even count piracy. So people that would pirate the game and download it through, pirating would count towards the, the costs. Or like that the developer would need to pay for people pirating their game. And the thing that really makes it so very wrong is the fact that they had no system to keep track of this. So they were gonna be just making estimations, like, oh yeah, a new game releases. It's gonna have estimate of about, like, I don't know, 10,000, oh my god, what happened to me? How did I end up in this situation? Like, oh yeah, then so we're gonna charge the developer for, this many downloads. Like, not that we have any statistics that anybody actually, even a single person, download the game, but, that's not gonna stop us from charging them. Like, I don't know, that just to me sounds like such a... I'm not one to talk about, losing touching just for reality, but like, that seems pretty fucked up, Like, that's like already such a major level of, shitty business practice that I actually can't even believe that they were planning on going through with that. And the worst part is that they could have. There's no law that actually prevents it. I mean, okay, so people suspect that there's actually a good chance that there's a bunch of European Union, what are those called? I guess laws or regulations that would probably interfere with this concept. But like, the funny thing is that companies technically can do this, even if it is against, rules, if nobody takes action against it. Because like, I mean, what the fuck is like, there's no ethical code that, they need to follow. As long as it's within law, or, as long as nobody actually complains about it, technically all limits are just, arbitrary. Which is now around the reasons why I just simply cannot comprehend how, like, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna go into socialism versus capitalism, or communism versus capitalism specifically, because I'm not, I'm not educated in that topic. I am by no means intelligent to any degree, and specifically not intelligent in those topics. So I should not talk about it much. But like, the fact that there's a lot of, but like, okay, this is like, naturally, a lot of these things actually are strongly related to America, and Americans specifically. Poorly educated Americans, because a lot of them, they're given these boogeymen, like, communism, to be scared of, and be like, oh, that's not American. When they, a lot of the time, just don't understand what the fuck the term even means. Like, I'm not saying it's just America, it's just that Americans, a lot of Americans happen to be very vocal about the topic, so it's very easy to, point fingers. And also, like, with the recent American political, situation, I am gonna say that it's not particularly wrong of me to actually say that, there's a lot of things wrong in America, and that should not be a hot take to any degree. And I'm not saying Europe is perfect either. Like, hell no. There's corruption here as well. But at least I find it oddly, reassuring that, things like European Union are actively trying to, reduce corruption like that. The legislations actually do work to a large degree. Not everything works. Like, for example, the Article 13 for internet, users. Infamous for, being terribly planned by people that clearly had no clue what they were talking about. But then again, even that one had, like, a lot of, what ifs and, like, there's a lot of things that were just poorly, and were very poorly presented in that regard. Where in practice it might not have even been that bad if it wasn't for the fact that, like, there were clear flaws in it. But like, and actually, in all honesty, like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't even remember what was the end result of the Article 13 situation. I know that the people's outrage was actually listened to in that, to some degree. And, like, biggest fears did not come through, But like, these are complicated things. I mean, the world is a complicated thing, and specifically politics and like that are even more complicated. And I am not qualified to, give any sort of educated discussions about the topics. I don't know. I literally am really bad with, following news and like that. Wow, you're just really, you just think that it's alright for you to just walk into me? Like I would be some kind of a absolute harlot. You're... Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. I'm asking you kindly, please stop. Stop spitting on me. What the fuck hit me? Oh my god. Oh, fuck me, right? Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, fucking Christ. No, don't do that. I knew you were gonna do that. Oh, I just like it so much when you do that. Why can't we be friends? Why can't I tame you? What if you tame me, you know? We ride off to the sunset as best friends. How does that sound? With this nerd here with the stick and, you know, we be buddies, huh? Doesn't need to be anything more complicated than that. Just, you know, just two friends trying to have some fun. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. Unfortunately, I have very little interest in actually stopping myself from, you know, carrying out the train of thought again. Okay, speaking of trains of thoughts, yesterday while I was ending my stream, I got into a whole bunch of rambling that I have no recollection at all what I said. All I know is that I somehow ended up spending another 10 minutes almost talking about whatever the fuck it was that I was going on about. And if my memory serves me right, it was not making any sense. I'm not sure why I'm exactly saying this, because this is just what happens. But like, I just found it very funny when I started thinking about it. Okay. I don't know what to call this. Bullet hell move. Puffed up, you know. Egg move. Bird move. Caw move. Spike move. Flame move, or whatever I call it first time. Oh, fuck. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Thank you. Okay. Oh, where are they at? Where? Oh, there they at. Huh. Bird move. Bird move. More birds. Smoke move. Drill move. Bird move. Bullet hell move. Puffed up bastard move, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what would be a catchy name for this. I don't know why I'm named the move. I just think it's funny. Spike move. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to treat them like a Pokemon, but maybe I am a bit. Real move. No, get the back down right now, mister. Oh, spike move. Well, if isn't invisible? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that word. And I probably should avoid saying if I can, because I do understand I'm offensive. And I have no intention of offending anyone with my poor choice of words. back here. Back here, you coward! Don't fight me like a man! Oh, fuck! Brilliant. Now, let me just heal up a little bit. Just, don't mind me as I do that. Don't mind me as I punish you with one single hit in during a cooldown which I should use for 3 hits. Unfortunately, I am just not a very good player, so... No! Spikes! Oh, one thing I actually wanted to talk about. I now remember. So I wanted to talk about cringe culture. Something I've been actually meaning to talk about for a long time. It's something I find very fascinating. So a few days ago, I think it was like a week ago, maybe a bit less than a week. It might have actually been a week ago. Lord of the Lost released a music video from one of their songs. Well, I'm not good. I don't actually quite remember which song it is. Oh yeah, no respect for disrespect, which virtually is a tells about how, you know. Wow, that just like. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared I don't dare to approach him. I'm so scared I don't dare to approach him. Oh, fuck off, man. Oh, my controller's dying. Oh my god, I'm actually not. It's actually freezing. I'm not kidding. I need to get that thing up. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I need to get the thing closer so it connects more consistently. I seem to have dead angles on this right now. With it between my, you know, chair and... Oh, God! What is going on? Stop! Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, this should be better. Unless it's running out of battery. It's not running out of battery yet, I think. It has buses left. I got scared for a moment. That seemed an awful lot like the game was about to break. How beautiful Power Creep result. How do I fight this again? I have no recollection. But I do know. Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Oh, you can't heal up during that. Oh my god! Oh, sorry, I don't remember the moveset too well. It's gonna take me a moment. I don't think you can heal up. I think that was the thing. You can't heal up during, you know, during the Zoe fight. Except for, like, I think there's a very specific move. It's one of the one of the ground pound moves, which actually is something I should use for myself too. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Who knew death would come this early? Well, I'm sure somebody guessed it. You guessed it. It's instant death. I should be taking bets for this. Like, in which stage am I gonna die in? What the fuck did I do? What the Okay, I mean, that went really poorly, but I wanna know, what the fuck did I do to one of those spike thingies? Did I hit it? Can you hit them? Can you kill them? Can you counter them? Can I be counter massive? A counter move. Corey? Sorry, I I don't mean to be all quiet, just that, you know, I just started thinking about things. I started thinking about, so there would be, so if this counterplay Cory, there must be souls like Sally, then a, Gamer Time Gary, Raging Rory, and what other kind of gamer terms can I, you know, associate with names? I don't know why I'm saying this, by the way. And I hope no Rory, I hope no Rorys have been, you know, heard during the production of this, you know, joke. Sound like a sheep. Meh. No. Okay, I am my knowledge on what sheep sound like might be slightly misguided. There's a high chance for such. Very high chance for such. Oh my, that's a sheep sound at least. Good evening, me. Nope, I fought them once. That's it. That's as far as I've made it. And I died. Big surprise, I know. But, yeah, I died. Thank you. I came up with it all by myself. At least this spell is having a lot of fun. Like a lot of fun. I can't judge them for, you know, living a boring life, I guess. I get judged for a lot of their crimes against the humanity, but, you know. Will I have fun? Certainly not. Oh, actually, so, since I died to Zode, I actually got completely distracted from what I was talking about. So, I wanted to talk about cringe culture. And, no, you did not. Like, this is my, I just a moment ago got obliterated. After I got my ass handed to me, nice and beaten up, by Zode, I died to the Hive Knight right off the bat, which was, less than ideal scenario, but, speaking of less than ideal scenarios, this is not well. Yes, I started talking about cringe culture, and I'm not meaning, you know, things that are cringe. I'm talking about the concept of calling things cringe, because there was this video. I know I'm backtracking a lot on my thoughts, but I literally got so like, just seeing Zode, you know, just kind of scrambled my brain to, you know, nothing. But like, so there's this new video by Lord the Lost, for the song, no respect for disrespect. That's the name of the song. And for that, they had apparently asked for their fans to damn, I'm really sucking right now, aren't I? They had asked for their like they used footage collected from their fans of performing the song, like just like not anything, like not all of them were musicians, not many of them were actually singing, but they were just like having a good time. Yeah, well, that's very good for you. So you got to see the biggest failure of the stream thus far. But yeah, come on, just let me reach you. Just let me nail you a little bit, just a little bit. Who could possibly say no to such a offer? So they had this video where they like it was just a bunch of random fans like doing a sing along or like that. I don't think a single one of them was a professional musician, but it was just a bunch of people having fun. And I thought it was really cool. And what really annoyed me about what bothered me the entire time I was watching the video though was because I knew that this is the type of shit that would be called cringe. Like this, while it wasn't making me cringe, it's like the people were like somehow the style of it was the kind of one that I know that somebody if they would have been especially the non-professional stuff or like non-actual musician stuff, if they would have been like just doing that on like TikTok or stuff like that, I know they would have been absolutely called cringe by the entire platform. And this is something that bothers me because I think like first of all, like I know that cringe is a term for calling things cringe has been a thing only for like 2 years. I don't exactly know the full timeline. But I know that it hasn't been around for that many years. Like that, I mean, concept of cringe has been around for many years, and cringe as a practice. But the whole, internet calling anything that anything that is not, professional or high quality, like calling anything that like amateur stuff cringe. And I know that this is not always the case. There's a lot of amateur people that amateur level stuff that actually recognized as work of art, even if it isn't perfect or like that. But I just felt like especially as an individual that really kind of has the problem that if something's not like absolutely perfect, I'm gonna fear that it's not good enough. I've actually had used saying perfection is the greatest enemy of good is perfection. Which I think is very true, and I know that personally it's very true. But God damn it! Could you calm down for a moment? I know that's a lot to ask from. Wow, that actually beats me. But somehow it just oh, I really fucked that one up. Be nice. I think it's really unfortunate that people are so like that with the concept of like cringe. Especially the widespread use of the word cringe for anything that, you know, somebody might not find, you know, highly optimal like that. I feel like there's a lot of unnecessarily harsh judgment for stuff, like the video, for example. Like, not that, you know, I don't think I read a single comment that would have been actually calling the video cringe, and I was very happy to see that, because I thought, like, I actually found it very lovely. Like, I thought it was so nice that people came together, like fans came together, you know, especially because, I mean, I have a for some reason I just really like the style that Lord of the Lost actually makes music, because they have like super positive messages in their songs, and like I think like I say a lot on stream is that I think that even if you know, I fear that me talking about these things, you know, like acceptance and like that, even if I feel that, you know, or even if I fear that I could very easily it would very easily become repetitive for me to just talk about the same stuff over and over again. I still think that well, yeah, exactly. Like, I think that, like, people are using the word completely wrong. Like, I get that it was like a meme, like, a few years ago, but nowadays it's just like, it's just like vocabulary for things that people use it to judge things they don't like in a manner where they're like, oh, I mean, it's cringe, so, you know, naturally it's not alright. And, like, I think that's terrible, because, like, for example, I don't mean to be a broken record again. I do that a lot, I know. But, like, the thing is, people are so very eager to judge people that just express themselves without much, you know, like, without much care. I think it's wonderful when people just, especially when it's a lighthearted stuff. There are things that are cringe. There honestly are a lot of things that are cringe. Exactly. Like, there's a difference between not liking something because it's not on par with your, you know, taste, and then, like, just straight out saying that, like, oh, this is cringe and you should not, you know, like, you should by no means, you know, post this. Like, I think it's ridiculous that the concept you have posted cringe, bro, is actually taken seriously to any degree. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's such an over-the-top statement that, oddly enough, holds value for a lot of people. And I don't get it. Like, naturally, I might be the wrong in this matter. Like, maybe I'm just, you know, that insecure of an individual that I would not have the courage to actually do the kind of stuff that was on the Lord of the Lost video. That I would not be able to, you know, sing along to a song without the ability to actually sing, and I don't have the ability to sing. So naturally, you know, I have, let's just say, I have some negative experiences in my life where, you know, people have been very harsh about my singing. Like, I had never practiced professional singing, but it kind of sucks, you know, when somebody, but, you know, just for fun, wants to, you know, like, try out their voice, especially when asked, and then you get pretty far. Kind of sucks. But like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the stuff on that video would be considered cringe by a lot of people, and I hate that because it was so nice to see people, like, they were just, you know, they were just fans. They were just Lord of the Lost fans, you know, collaborating together, having a great time. Like the people on the video were visibly happy, and they were honestly enjoying the experience so much. And I think it would be so wrong for somebody to judge them for that. Well, naturally, I was so happy to see that, you know, that was not the case on the video. But I know, like, I've spent enough time on the internet to know how these things work. Grim? Fuck? They vanished! Like, longer than I intended. Respond to that message in just a moment. But that really does drive up the message that I'm, you know, going for here. Yeah, like, there's a, like, somehow people are super critical, and there's like, and like, it's weird. In my opinion, it's weird because of the fact that like the internet is such a like because it's such a collective, you know, it's like a hive mind. There's a lot of hive minds on the internet where like everybody's like collectively thinking the same thing, and that naturally creates the fear of like I don't want to be different. I don't want to actually, you know, my opinion is the same as everybody else. So this person, so the overall consensus is that everybody dislikes this thing, so I need to dislike it as well, or otherwise I don't belong, which is a whole other problem of a kind. But it's so strange that people have like, for some reason, it's like, with how vast the internet is, with how many different opinions there is, it's crazy to think that, you know, somehow, oh yeah, some opinions just are considered right. And there's a bunch of communities that simply will not accept anything other than their own viewpoint. And there's like, oh, it's specifically worse when it is about taste. Like, personal taste is so varying from person to person. That's literally what it is. Like, cool, you find somebody that likes the same stuff you like, I mean, that's very good for you. But the fact that you judge other people for not liking the same things as you do, or liking something, I think the worst part is people are super critical of people liking something that they don't like. It's not necessarily even the fact that like, oh, you don't like what I like, I mean, okay. But then it's like, you like what I don't like? Like, whoa, that's fucking blasphemy. Like, what? It's... Sorry, I just had to vent out a bit because this is something that, like... well, this starts off phenomenal. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate this guy. Stop! Oh my god. Wait, they're stuck there. Okay, you just do that, but I see hope was nothing but a lie to begin with. Come on, I need full health to fight Zod. I need full health to fight Zode. You can't do this to me, game. Oh, that is such a fast fucking spin. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I know that this is not a completely new concept. Like, echo chambers, for example, have existed. Yeah, the game most certainly did. It most definitely did. It did it without mercy, it did it without hesitation. It so very well did it. It literally was about to make me just chill sandwich. And it wasn't gonna stop before I had also all the necessary condiments on me. Oh, fuck. But like, yeah, it's back to. Sorry, I got distracted by by me making that joke because I didn't think I was gonna make that reference today. But like, yeah, it's so strange how this like because a lot about this, you know, especially nowadays, there's especially, I mean, I was talking about politics beforehand. I think early at the start of the stream, I was talking about. I mean, I wasn't talking about anything in specific in politics because I am not qualified to talk about politics. I mostly talking about how like American politics are, you know, because of the whole unity situation, which, by the way, to reiterate, solved itself in the worst possible way. Well, not worst possible way, kind of. It was just me talking about the Unity, you know, because, you know, actually, like, Hollow Knight actually runs on Unity. Oh, well, that's most unfortunate. That sounds like a terrible combination of, you know, things that happen in a row, but at least, if it's any consolation, what I said was not really essential and not really, wasn't particularly, you know, wasn't particularly, how would I say, essential to anything. It wasn't political. It wasn't too political in nature, you know. I wasn't talking about, you know, LGBTQ or, you know, women in video games. I was just talking about, you know, regulations and, you know, that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, important thing is that, you know, everybody, you know, important thing is always everybody leaves, you know, alive. Everybody leaves alive and, or, you know, stays alive and had a good time. Yeah. I think I did mention that yesterday on stream that Bullet Lamp would actually be. So the thing is, so I'm not sure if you are up to the speed with the situation. The current statement or current state of the Unity engine. Oh, by the way, speaking of Cult of Lamb, I was supposed to talk about them again. They recently made a very lovely tweet about how they literally make a fuck off Nazi punks, you know, tweet, and I was so happy to read that. Like, I love it when, you know, developers take such, you know, radical stance against, you know, Nazis and like that. But yeah, so they are definitely amongst one of the games that will be, you know, that will remove their, you know, game of platforms if the Unity thing goes through. But weirdly enough, due to a bunch of gamers being gamers, they seem to have kind of helped the situation, because apparently the Unity thing might not happen because people were sending a bunch of death threats. So people were actually sending the Unity, the people at Unity, so many death threats that they actually, had to cancel the entire town hall meeting, and that will, okay, I need to reiterate, I do not condone, death threats in any situation, especially our video games. It's not worth it. As much as they mean to us, it's not worth it. It's never the right thing to do. But in this situation, it's certainly did bring results, so, yeah, yeah, I mean, exactly. Unfortunately, the situation is if those changes go through, yeah, those games are gone. But also so is Unity. They are literally gonna be they fucked themselves over already. And I honestly could not be happier about the fact that actually another thing is that they already closed down a bunch of their, studios. Unity has already closed down some of their, locations due to the fact that, people simply do not wish to work since people became so upset that, well, because this is a very fascinating, discussion. As much as I hate the situation, it is a very fascinating discussion in my opinion. Because, especially as I am a, business student, so, making money is kind of, what I should be all about. So, what is very funny about this? Sorry, I keep restarting the sentence because I'm focusing on winning this guy as well. So, it's gonna, divert some of my brain power to, this. But yeah, it really is super counterproductive than to do this shit. They will lose money. They are literally losing money as we speak because of these, changes that they're, proposing are the one. And the motivation for these changes is money. They literally think that they can, they can do whatever they want to increase their, profits. And that naturally with any sense of logic would understand that this is not how this works. You're gonna lose all your customers. But the thing is, the CEOs that are responsible for these changes don't actually care about that. It doesn't matter one bit to them, because all they care about is the short-term revenue. Especially, so, to my understanding, the current CEO of Unity is actually an ex-CEO of EA. And I'm sure that doesn't need a whole lot of explanation as to, what kind of motivations this kind of individual could possibly have. They are so blinded by the fact that, oh, we can make some extra, millions by, coming up with absolutely shitty customer practices. That people will be forced to buy because they don't have a chance. They don't have a choice. They'll be forced to pay for it. But actually, on the long run, it's just gonna result into loss of money. Like, they're already paying for their mistakes, and the changes did not even go through. But they were so eager to make a quick buck that they completely fucked over their, business. Like, the announcement alone killed them. And rightfully so. But this is also just a problem with, business world CEOs. Many of them only care, like, when a company gets big enough, they lose all level of, touch with reality. Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, they can roll in hell for all I care. Like, you don't make this kind of shit as a, it's wrong towards your customers, wrong towards your end consumers. Like, nobody actually understands how to make business decisions would do this shit. But because the qualifications for being a CEO doesn't actually include actually knowing how to make money, rather than just to boss people around and, to make calls that don't necessarily even end up being the right ones. We will get people like this in higher positions that will ruin the companies. Because they just want... Like, yeah, it's just like... It honestly blows my mind, especially as a business student. Like, game industry is still relatively young. Especially bigger names, to a large degree, are quite young companies. So one would imagine that they would they would have the understanding to use like more modern techniques to managing. But clearly they don't. Like, somehow people just think this experience is the only thing that matters. You can be a dumbass with you can be a dumbass with 50 years of being experience in being a jackass, and that still doesn't mean that you're any better than the dumbass that you are. Like, all you have is just a person that is really good at being an idiot. And somehow people are like, oh yeah, I mean, like, clearly they must know what they're talking about. Okay, this is... No, why would you do this game? Okay, this is going absolutely terrible again. I mean, I feel like there's just overall, there's a really weird level of like, as a society, we're kind of stuck in a lot of incompetence that is driven from, like a, I don't know what to call it exactly, but it's like a, best way for me to describe it would be like kind of class-related things, where some people are just regarded as more suitable individuals for certain things because they just happen to be those people. They don't need any level of knowledge on anything they're doing, as long as they just have a name for themselves. That sounds like that sounds like a really good term for this shit. Like, fairly essential, mysterious, enchanting, vigorous, diligent, overwhelming, gorgeous, passionate, terrifying, beautiful, powerful, Grey Prince Zote! And he ran into me. Good lord. I really need to remember that moveset better, but yeah, I need to dodge. I need to keep my distance, and I need to attack only when I know it's safe. I think the healing happens during the bomber zone, you know, episode. Like, I wish I had a bit better terminology for this shit. Because this is like something I really enjoy talking about. Like, I'm sorry if I seem to be slightly heated up about the, like, at least I can feel my face burning up a bit. I don't know if that translates to anything in my talk or like that. But like, I am actually so invested in this conversation that, that I'm literally, you know, eating up as an individual, or as like a, and I'm not mean I'm like super angry. It's just that it's a weird level of passion for the thing, but also combined with, you know, annoyance. But like, it really just like, because these things blow my mind, like, especially because like yeah, I'm a business student, and I study all kinds of things of how to manage businesses, how to, you know, how would I say, like, what are the, like, what real life CEOs would do, or what would the smart thing to do. And then, like, I keep hearing about these things where big businesses are managed by completely incompetent, you know, people. And I'm like, how do these people get to these positions? How is it that these people just end up being there when clearly they're not qualified for it? Like, I'm not saying that I would do a much better job. Or, okay, the thing is, I wouldn't be able to do a good job. Because I literally don't have the knowledge, I feel like, to be a CEO or something. But I would at least understand. But I at least understand to not make this shitty of fucking decisions. Like, it doesn't, like, you don't need to be a smart person to understand that, like, this is not something you want to do. Like, it's literally the, you know, it's the main purpose of a business is to survive. And these kind of decisions, like the Unity stuff, and to a large degree, a lot of the Twitter things are like, I mean, okay, Twitter, now, I could go on and on talking about, you know, Twitter, or X, guys, it is now, right now, because there's so much absolute nonsense that is involved in that, and I would really love to talk about that, but I think I'm a bit too invested in this topic right now. I might go into this, you know, later on, some other day, but, but like that, because like it's not relevant. Funnily enough, like this is what Elon Musk is doing is practically, you know, insanity, in my opinion. I really want to read them. I really want to read the message, but I'm like simultaneously trying to survive here. So I think that's exactly what we know. It's such a Sorry, I have this, you know, quiet one. Okay, just you take a breather and yeah. Okay. Like I totally agree. Like, it's not complicated to avoid this kind of situations. It really is not complicated to not make this level of blunders as a head of a big, you know, company. But like that, it really does boil down to people just losing touch with, you know, like I'm gonna assume that it boils down to the people, the CEOs and the higher ups not viewing their customers as people anymore. They're just sources of money. God damn it, phew. Like, they will not consider it any further than just like, oh yeah, we can do whatever the fuck we want as long as we, you know, like, what are they gonna do? Like, they're not gonna be able to stop us from, you know, charging them more money. Like, they're gonna consume no matter what. That is just, you know, being consumed by one's own hubris. And we're talking about something that you, in all honesty, cannot affect a whole lot as a single human being. Corporations are a combination of all their, you know, assets. So somebody thinking that they could just, you know, oh God, that just because, you know, their vision, you know, works in their, you know, world image, it, in my opinion, it's just absolute lunacy. Like, people will, like, for instance, like, okay, I'm gonna go in, I wasn't gonna go into this, but I'm gonna go into this. People like Elon Musk lack, you know, a certain sense of reality. And like Elon Musk is a, they're like a, how would I say, they're like an extreme. They're like an absolute extreme on the matter. Like, he doesn't know, like, he's technically just a very rich baby. That thinks that, you know, the whole world is his oyster just because he has, you know, never actually been challenged as an individual, you know, for real. Because he's literally just lived with his parents, you know, well, his whole life. And if there's any musketeers that ever wants to challenge me on this fact, you know, I will gladly talk to you about, you know, some of the more clear. Like, I might not be very educated on the matter, but God, that man is driven by nothing but narcissism, and, you know, a screwed up worldview. And the fact that he has fanboys absolutely puzzles me. And, you know, actually the best way for me to even demonstrate this is the fact that, like, he got literally fired. He was literally fired from PayPal because he tried to do the exact same shit that he's doing right now with, you know, Twitter. Like, he really wanted to, for some reason, that man is obsessed with the letter X. It's like, I get that he's probably mentally, you know, stuck in the year 2000, you know, or early 2000s where, you know, X was a super edgy thing and, you know, everything cool was X. But for a person that really, you know, markets themselves as a innovator and as a absolute, you know, absolutely the trendiest person on earth, they sure seem to, you know, be incapable of adjusting their own personal, you know, or like standpoints on matters. Like, Someone that, like, we're talking about a person that bought Twitter out of spite. 40 billion deal out of spite. And then is actively running it to the ground. Like, yeah, I get that, like, Twitter as a business model is actually quite, you know, doomed. Especially without, you know, a whole bunch of controversy, like, you know, intentionally driving up the engagement rate and like that with, you know, algorithms and like that. But, like, the bar was super high to fuck up with Twitter. Like, making it worse was really not something that anybody could expect anyone to be able to do that. Somehow that guy managed to do that and is now talking about how great of a job they're doing with the platform. Also, this same person keeps claiming that they're an engineer, even though they apparently have zero training. They have no education, no, you know, background in actual engineering. And multiple accounts of, you know, like, of actual Tesla engineers have reported that they literally just needed to, you know, every time, like, Elon Musk would just constantly be, you know, giving them random ideas that had no actual, you know, like, there was nothing, they lacked realism. Like, they were clearly designed, like, his designs were not realistic to any degree. Like, they weren't actually, they lacked any level of actual engineering. And the best way for them to deal with that was to just, you know, literally just agree with him. So he would, you know, stop pestering them about it. And then, you know, never mention it again because he would forget about it. Until his next, you know, big invention that never came to a reality. The only thing that Musk apparently is, you know, can be said to be directly responsible in terms of, like, Tesla designs is the fact that he named the different models, you know, starting with S, next one being E, then being X, and then being Y. So just so that it spells sexy when you list them all in a row. Like, I don't, like, the thing is, I don't have a problem with people not taking themselves seriously. It's just the fact that, like, I mean, I was talking to Rick Astley at the start of the stream. You know, just to, you know, clarify a bit. And because I've been watching a lot of their videos, and so, now they're not, like, the biggest name, you know? They're not, like, some big celebrity, I get that. I know that everybody knows the song, Never Gonna Give You Up. And I've been loving their, you know, newer stuff. It's very great for me, because that's really not up my alley normally. But, you know, people like change sometimes. But, like, Rick Astley, for example, has a bunch of, you know, silly videos, and they post on Reddit. They make, like, super wholesome stuff, and they're not taking themselves super seriously. Elon, unfortunately, whenever they, you know, try to be cool, they're taking themselves super seriously. They're like, they post memes that first of all are stolen from other people. They lack originality, and they haven't been hot in years. I'm literally talking about years. And whenever somebody challenges them, they get super, you know, petty about it. They will literally get offended by somebody just, you know, pointing a fact out to them. Like I said, they literally are just a rich baby. And this is a stance that I will stick by. Oh, fuck. Well, I died to this ghost again. God, this is a real nightmare. Did you die already? Oh, fuck me. Please? I don't care if I'm fighting Zod at 0 health. I just want to see the fear in his eyes when he faces me again. Or the fear in my eyes, I guess. I don't know. Just please. Thank you. Alright, time to die. Lord. Invincible, fearless, essential, mysterious, enchanting, vigorous, diligent, overgrown, gorgeous, passionate, terrifying, beautiful, powerful, great pursuit! Okay, that... That's a thing that can happen, apparently. Oh, fucking Christ. God damn it. Man, that is so difficult. That is so fucking difficult, though. I can do it. I can do it, though. I just need to get into the rhythm. I just keep forgetting what all he can do. And do so many things, man. But yeah, back to shitting on Musk, because honestly, that man really deserves it. Like, it's crazy to like witness a person that is so open about how delirious they are. It's like the same thing with Trump. The man has, like, at least for Trump, he's old enough that you can actually just chop it up as him just being senile. I mean, naturally he's an evil person, like, there's no doubt about that. Like, I don't care what your political stance is, like, nobody can look at Trump and be like, oh, that's a kind and loving person. The entire platform is built on hate. And I get that for in American politics, that is very popular in the Republican, party. But like Trump just really embodies all the things that is oh so wrong with it. But like Elon just really seems to have just hello, five nice friends. Happy to see a new face in the chat. But back to the topic I was talking about. Like, I think it's so crazy that people are so very adamant, or that people are so very adamant about supporting billionaires that have no touch with reality. And then, like, somehow the system just, supports them, let whatever conversation is going on there, carry on, and, I've got to keep talking about my own ramblings. Where was I? Well, actually, while the topic is literally none of my business, because I do not quite understand a lot what's going on in the discussion. But one thing I learned as a streamer is that, or streaming for a bit, is that if a person actually has their saves their VODs, like if you're talking about another streamer, if they have their VODs saved, one is able to access them for an entire from their channel to watch previous VODs, which is actually very convenient for for people that especially if somebody watches regular content from somebody. It's actually really good to have, like, it's always worth checking out their channel in case they have the recordings. For me, it's very convenient because I happen to put my things on YouTube, so I just I can just download my VODs from there, and also people that want to watch my stuff, have a easier access to a to check out the this content. So I do recommend checking that out. I actually do have a YouTube channel. I have almost all my games up there that I've been doing full playthroughs. Currently, I'm working on a very long Hollow Knight playthrough. No, it's alright. I personally am very terrible at keeping track of conversations, so I completely understand what it feels like. Oh, by the way, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. I get that it doesn't... I actually get that dropping a follow on somebody doesn't cost the person following anything. But it's still always so nice seeing, people just drop the follows. Because it's it's technically... It's the best kind of support that a person streaming at this point, can get. And it's always super nice. So thank you for that. I am gonna fucking die here. Shit, I didn't have my vulnerability yet. But I have a whole bunch of playthroughs on my channel. Dating all the way back to April, I think. First thing was Mage Seeker, a League of Legends story. Then I have... sorry, what do I have again? I have Darkest Dungeon 2. Have a Nice Death. Hades. No, actually, Hades never went on YouTube because it wasn't the first time playing it. Amnesia Dark Descent is actually something that I played a month or two back. God, time is such a how would I say? Time is a really difficult concept. God, it's always winning this shit. Being successful is a very difficult concept for me. Okay, I healed up. I can heal up here though. Ah, why? Why would you do this? Yes. Yes, do all of that. Yes, do absolutely all of that. That is a very accurate description, to be perfectly honest. I'm pretty close English, maybe a little bit of a Western dialect. I don't know. But most talk is actually not related to the game right now because I am. Best way for me to describe what I'm doing right now, I am doing a very difficult challenge in this game to, prove myself something, that doesn't really make a whole lot of difference in reality. But I just like to, torture myself, I guess. I'm not a masochist, by the way. Not a masochist. I think. Alright. Yeah, you're very excited. You always are. Somehow, I've gotten really accustomed to the collector. Initially, I absolutely hated this fight, but now, after spending so much time on it, I've actually started to like the character. And not that I had any problem with them to begin with, just I didn't quite understand them. I don't know exactly how enjoyable this content is, but you know, anybody that for some reason likes watching, you know, be my guest. I'm not gonna stop somebody. I do need to give out health recommendations of, you know, not watching this in a, especially this part of it, because it's gonna get weird. It's gonna get weird, confusing, and it's gonna be, oh, so frustrating. God, I just cannot get a hold of myself. Oh no, I used the wrong move. I screamed when I was supposed to shout. Or, I don't actually know. But you see, for me, humor always comes first. As much as I could be advertising, you know, myself. I think I yesterday on the stream even said about this, that, you know, I don't believe in self-promotion. Because I feel, first of all, I feel like, you know, for me, it would be very desperate. And I do not wish to come off desperate to any degree. So I'm not desperate. If people drop follow, they drop follow. If people like content, they like content. If people want to watch, they can watch. I do not think that, you know, I particularly cannot watch my own stuff. Because I guess this is the, I'm a product of the cringe culture, where I feel like, you know, me expressing myself is kind of cringe. So, for context, I am a business student. I study business. I guess one could say economics maybe, but it doesn't really ring the same bell. Especially because I spend very little time actually studying economics. I just study about, you know, business practices and like that. And I think talking about Unity, I'm not sure if you've heard, but the especially today, I've been talking a lot about the Unity engine, you know, problem. How, you know, the corporations have been, you know, doing. They literally shot themselves in the foot. Well, one could even argue higher than that, because they're like absolutely ruined their business by trying to, you know, demand people to pay more money. You know, you're not the first person that says that I'm not very understandable. I actually understand very well. I don't understand myself, which is, I guess, what I'm saying here, really. At the end of the day, it really is all just a... Life is nothing but one big cycle. Oh. You just had to do that, didn't you? Wow, you just had to... Wow, that actually reached. Good God. You're spitting. Absolute bars! Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. I have not been sandwiched like that in a while. I guess the last time was like literally like 20 minutes ago, but... I mean, you shouldn't be harsh on yourself either about not understanding things. Life is very complicated. I experience that every day. And, the best we can do is try, in my opinion. Especially this, like, I'm gonna say that this is probably, for a person that has never seen Hollow Knight, this is gonna be very confusing. Because technically this is just me doing a whole bunch of boss fights in a row, trying to make it to the end of the run. And then I need to fight a mystery boss. And I have no upgrades, I have no like extra health, no special abilities, no charms, or no nothing. So it's like a it's like a masochist, you know, wet dream pretty much. That is kind of what's going on here. This is not my wet dream though. I would like to clarify that I am not a masochist. You know, I said that thing, but that joke originated from Markiplier. I'm pretty sure. I'm not a masochist, by the way. It's just weirdly applicable in a lot of situations. Like I just it's like the imagine that leaves a lot of people confused. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure it confuses the right term. I think it's more like concerned. Or then deeply, you know, deeply concerned. Or disturbed. Actually, if somebody does want to check out 60 hours of, you know, Hollow Knight, I do have that on my YouTube. All 60 painful, absolutely painful hours of me trying to play Hollow Knight without any tips, no guides, no nothing. I don't even use the compass in the game because I'm just that stubborn of a bitch. I do have all the episodes on, well, I have 30 episodes on YouTube right now. There's few, you know, reasons why I haven't uploaded. Exactly. Is it the blood, sweat, and tears of spinning now on YouTube in HD? You can find the YouTube channel on my Twitch account as well. I have a whole bunch of things on there already. Still, I should edit my control stuff on there and, you know, get that there as well. Ow! Somebody has to tell this guy that, you know, when you hurt me, it hurts. Or when you cause pain, it hurts. That's so deep. This has to be on some, you know, MySpace account. Like some 20 years ago or something. I'm not so sure exactly what time period MySpace, you know, took place in, because I was never really part of it. Oh no! Don't do that. Oh, that hurts. Caused me all sorts of internal bleedings. Ow. My dislike is great, and my day has been significantly reduced in enjoyment or, you know, quality. Oh, bye. Sure, I'll see you next time then. Ah, this guy is so mobile, so nimble, so very quick in their feet. All 6 feet of theirs. If I could say, I'm gonna bury them 6 feet under after I kill them, right? Haha, that really does not land as well as I was hoping it would. Oh, fuck. Would you mind? you're gonna die soon, bastard. Just give up already. I have the higher ground. That's right. Well, actually, I guess they have the highest ground because they literally go into the ground above me and come back with a, you know, some kind of container. Ow, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that as well. Yep. They're all there. Well, I mean, not all of them. Like, I've been streaming for a few months, so, you know. Now, I'm pretty sure that would be considered false advertisement, so I do not condone to that, you know, statements. I have content. Quality of it can be, you know, debated about. No. No, please. I got very scared. Well, I mean, I'm specifically saying that, you know, I mean, okay, yeah, you have every right to have your opinion on the matter. And I do not mean to judge you for it. But I cannot legally say that it would be great content. That's how you get sued. That's how you sue yourself for libel. Well, actually, that's not how it works. That's not all how it works. You know. No, I do not condone to such. I cannot approve such, you know, messages to be. I cannot possibly attribute to such, you know, such labels on about my content. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here as well. Oh, I bumped into you. Well, I mean, that sounds a lot like, you know, Mr. Beast really should have considered their, you know, advertisement better. Because, I mean, if I would subscribe to them, I actually probably am subscribed to them now that I think about it. I haven't got that cookie. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, I mean, so what if it gives, you know, thousands of dollars to, you know, people on a whim? I haven't gotten my cookie. Naturally, something's wrong with the system. Though naturally, one could say that you do get a whole bunch of cookies, you know, tracking your movement on the internet for, you know, subscribing to him, because it's gonna be, you know, advertising you similar kind of content. But that is if we really want to get nitpicky about it and ruin all the fun about the joke. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that probably are not joking about it. Which, you know, actually, since I like to talk about business stuff and like that, legal cases against companies or individuals for, you know, false or for business practices is actually something that I find very fascinating. Because I actually just like a year ago, I took a course in ethics in advertisement, which was, by the way, a very fascinating course. Like, I am oh so very happy that I took that. It was really cool. Naturally, like, mostly applies to, a lot of the things only apply to European, you know, things, and it's very, like, local things. The laws do kind of follow the same pattern in the law places. So it was very fascinating to actually hear about a lot of the examples, because I'm sure everybody actually knows. Like, for example, I'm sure everybody knows about the infamous, customers spilled hot coffee on their lap in a McDonald's, and then they sued McDonald's for burn damages they sued McDonald's because the coffee was hot. Everybody has probably heard that. But what actually a lot of people don't know about the case is the fact that, like, the reason why it's always framed in such a way that, like, oh, it's just a silly, thing, is because that is the narrative that the company itself pushes about the matter. Because they actually, by all means, were liable for the damages. Because the reason why it happened in the first place was because the coffee was too hot. It was put to a completely unreasonable degree for it to cause such, terrible, burn damages to the person. Like, the coffee did not need to be that warm, but it was, mismanagement at the restaurant that caused the problem. Which made it, actually a court case. And then recently there was the whole, a nugget that fell on the, like, I think it was like a little girl that had, like, a nugget fell on their, arm or something like that. And it literally caused damage. Like, it literally left a scar. It was that hot. It's a similar situation. It should never have been that hot to begin with. So it was, it literally was the restaurant's fault for, allowing such things to happen. So by all means, they should have been sued for that. And actually, these things apparently occur a lot. They occur at very high frequency. But most people do not actually ever get compensations for it. I mean, exactly. Like, they literally just try to make it sound like, oh, I mean, it's just, that this is unreasonable. Because naturally they want to protect their reputation. But, like, what's fascinating about the whole nugget thingy is that since it wasn't the first of its kind, these things happen a lot. These things happen consistently. In McDonald's specifically. And the reason why this individual was able to even sue the company was because they finally reached many enough of these kind of cases for them to actually be on legal grounds to actually, sue. So it's more like so at the end of the day, it's more like these things are normally like more like is it a class act suit? Class, or like a, I don't know what's the term, but they're like it's actually multiple people instead of just one person suing. God, I am so bad at this. Oh my god, I followed the fucking bus stop. Oh my god, sorry, that was really bad of me. I can do better. I can do better. I can be better. I can do a lot better. I got into a really bad rhythm there. I was like, oh, I need to dodge out. Oh, it's following me. Oh, I need to dodge out. It's following me. Actually today, let's just say that there's been, how would I say? There's been a bit of a, how would I say? For reasons that I'm not gonna, I have not taken a break in. And I'm not intending to. Oh my god. I'm gonna give this a couple more tries. I'm today, in fact, on a bit of a less strict schedule than usual. Because my weeks are gonna be fucking hell for the good amount of time, so... Like, I actually do really appreciate the compliments like that. But, like, I've been trying this for so long that I'm starting to, lose faith in myself. Well, I mean, okay, hell is harsh way to put it. But the thing is, or I don't know, hell is not appropriate word to use. Depends how one perceives hell. But it's, let's just say that my scheduling has been a bit struggling. And, for that reason, today happens to be a rather convenient, you know, day for me to go a bit extra time. Especially since I have this kind of thing that, you know, takes a lot of time. Lot of trials, lot of, you know, error, lot of, you know, failure, lot of, you know, tears. A lot of tears. But like right now, I'm sure I am quite comfortably able to enjoy, you know, a little bit of a longer stream, give a little bit of extra tries on this shit, and try to actually get somewhere. So time is not that much of the essence right now. In other words, I'm just trying to, you know, unwind a little after oh so much stuff. And what better way to unwind than get my ass absolutely beaten up and then handed back to me by Zote over and over again if I ever make it that far again. I mean, my fingers are just fine. I'm in a very comfortable position. I keep my posture to a decent degree, and my fingers are just, you know... No, I mean, my marbles have been gone for a while. I think last I heard of my marbles, they were still with the baby. Apparently, the marbles are not in particularly high demand. They weren't high quality to begin with, so, you know... The baby can't find any more meat to, you know, trade them for. Oh my god, there's so many! How did I end up in this situation? Hi, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. That's very nice. You should always be kind to your, you know, baby brothers. And, you know... Oh, that's even nicer. You gave them sustenance for the rest of their life. Potentially. Now, I do not wish to... I understand how, one could possibly consider that a rather morbid old show, but I do think that would be quite the meal of a lifetime. Okay, that is... Somehow the story is constantly taking worse and worse of a turn. It started off rather wholesome. Oh boy, is it not that right now. Oh my god, there's so many! Oh, fuck off, man. This fucking masked ass bitch. Oh, I got overwhelmed. I missed one swing and all of a sudden I was screwed. I don't quite understand, you know. I'm not very good with children, so, you know, naturally I might be missing some essential, you know, concepts of what's the point of feeding a marbles to a kid, but, you know, I'm not one to judge either. Honestly is quite low. And naturally, I'm not one to judge. People are allowed to have whatever families they want. Or, you know, dream about, but sounds like quite, it would cause a lot of problems. Or, like, you know, it would be quite a tough time living with, you know, 10 siblings. Alright, let's see who made who. I made the same joke again. Oh boy. Now, you know, so I don't have a whole lot of people that come to my streams. I don't have a whole lot of people in the chat all the time. So it's rather rare, and normally a bit worrisome, when the most unhinged thing that I said during the stream does not come from me. But today, that certainly happened. So, congratulations, and I know, I am absolutely being I'm being quite the night owl with this. A record of, you know, just a bunch of owl songs. Or owl singing, or whatever. Well, you know, I actually completely understand the concept of, you know, watching like smaller streamers for the fact of, you know, just talking with them. Or like fucking, because like, the unfortunate thing when channels get big enough is that they unfortunately kind of, like the streamer naturally kind of focus on all the people that are in the chat at the same time. So, it's hard to actually engage in a conversation with them. So, honestly, I'm not legally allowed to be a judge of who's normal and who's not. I'm pretty sure I would get some kind of problem for that if I were to even try to make statements on Twitter. So I'm gonna let you guys figure this out who's the more normal. But I do have to say after that marble story, you know, Fred is, you're not on really high, you know. You're not standing on the highest, you know, grounds of this, you know, debate. You're welcome? Question mark? Okay, go on. We've been at the same song and dance for God knows how long. I'm starting to forget what the faces of my, you know, enemies, and it's all just, you know, one big collective band. So what if we, oh my God. so much. Too much. Way too much. Oh, there's way too much going on. No, fuck. Nobody's saying you're... Okay, nobody's gonna be... questioning about anyone's normalness. We're all weirdos, but we're equally... okay, I actually, no, I'm just not gonna say a statement on that matter. Everybody can feel as normal as they want to be. We're all equally worthy individuals. Even if some animals are worth more than the others. Or more equal than the others. But now I have to ask, if somebody screamed croissant, are they at least pronouncing it right? Damn it. Best friend called you weird as hell? That seems unlikely. But believe. But like a good kind of weird, I would say. Weirdness comes in all flavors. Much like Skittles. Okay, that's actually a lie thing. Almost like I'm thinking about flavors. A weirdness is always a bad thing. At least that's what I tell myself. I'm sure the leprechaun still has a restraining order against me, so I cannot legally taste the rainbow. Or at least one end of it, but like, I don't know whichever end it is, so I'm not allowed to go near either of the ends. Dehydrated and tired, so I think it's gonna be my last run. Oh, my cell count is at 4 right now. Oh yeah, you weren't at the start of the stream because I actually got 2. I weirdly enough actually got 2 Sucard cells today. I walked 2 routes, one of them failed to complete, but I still got the cell out of it. So that was a very rare occasion. That's really cool. I wonder if they improved the spawn rates for them. Because I think there was an update recently. So some routes are completely bugged out for me still. Keep up with all these balls. Wow, 8 cells already? Damn. And you say it was gonna take you 2 years to get the snake demon. I still don't understand what's the benefit of getting the form change, but you know, I guess since it's a possibility, you know, it must do something, right? Smack, 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 smack. Oh, sorry, I got a notification about... Oh no. Yeah, I'm actually losing my focus. I apologize for this. Very unprofessional of me, but I got a notification on my screen and I, you know, was like, oh, what is this? Turns out it was just a something about subscription. God damn it. God. Come on, just roll at me, you bastard. No, you wanna do it. Why don't you do it? Come on, I'm here. Kill me. Oh, shit, they actually listen. Oh, they actually, they really do listen. Oh, fuck, they listen so hard. I mean, sure, it's a possibility, but why would it be the benefit of that? Now, rabies is such a terrifying disease. Like, honestly, hearing some of the information about that is so fucking creepy. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough, yes, but I kind of dislike the fact that rabies is like an infinite poison that just does not go away. And will kill you. I knew it. It reached me. It would have reached me. Okay, I don't know how I got hit by that, but I did. Okay, I don't know what that move exactly is, but boy does it hurt. Alright, fella, just come at me. I'm growing tired of scan and mouse. Or bug and other bug. Bug and bigger bug. Or smaller bug, depends from whose perspective we're looking at this. Alright, fella. Yep. Like, it's literally terrifying. Like no other thing. I don't think another disease, you know. know, you're right. It certainly could be a, they might be, you know, sick with something. I'm not quite sure about that, but just a hunch. But, yeah, like, I heard enough about rabies to, you know, be terrified for life, you know, of rabies. Oh, I kind of just ran into that. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I can't... Come on. Yep, I think I... Actually... I'm not sure if it's, Oh, fuck, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my focus is not good enough for this shit anymore. I actually, I don't think I read a raccoon story, but I read a, or I heard a, I think I watched a video by The Click, I think, where he covered, I think there was one post about rabies in one of the, like, oddly terrifying subreddit stuff or like that. And there was an explanation for it was like a example of what happens with like a very tiny bat infected with rabies, like what happens to a person that is infected with a rabies. And oh my fucking God, that was terrifying. Yeah, it was absolutely horrifying, you know, to read about how it, you know, works. Yeah, like, it was, let's just say that it was a, very horrible. And also, like, even all the facts about the fact that, like, the fucking, like, the disease has 100%, you know, mortality rate, or fatality rate. And one of the main reasons why it spreads so well is because the corpses are infectious as well for years. Like, it's all around just such an absolutely terrifying. Like, there's a good reason why it was made in, like, why 28 Days Later was made into such a I have not watched the movie, but I know that it's like, I know the premise of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so terrifying of a disease. Like, and the thing is, it just keeps, like, it keeps existing. It just keeps on existing. Yep. And, like, it, I don't know, like, it's a very, like, actually terrifying disease. There's a lot of things in the world, and everything about rabies is just bad. And I feel so sorry for all my characters in Darkest Dungeon 2 that get it. Naturally, they're doomed to die, but anyways, but I guess it's just mercy for them to, you know, meet a sudden end. But yeah, this is gonna be it for me today. I did stream a bit longer than usual, but like I've actually come to a different conclusion than initially I was thinking yesterday. I'm actually gonna keep trying this shit. I'm gonna torture myself to eternity and beyond with, you know, with the Pantheon, or the Zontion. Yes, I'm continuing this next week. I am not backing down. I am gonna. One of us is gonna die. It's me or Zod, and I'm not one to quit. But I am gonna be playing Darkest Dungeon 2 in the meantime, you know. For the weekend, because I want to. I was actually I had couple so good runs today. Like, I know I shouldn't, but if I can, why not? I mean, okay, I know exactly. I know exactly why not, but you know. I'm gonna give it more of a shot. Like, I mean, I've been gated, like, with the, like, I'm pretty sure I was, like, the thing is, I've been operating with, like, 4 hours of sleep, sometimes 3, sometimes 5, for some weeks, maybe months, I'm not quite sure anymore. It's not very consistent. So, I think I have a certain point where my ability to perform just kind of weaken a bit. And my attention span is not very good. But I'm gonna try to get a bit more rest. I'm gonna try to actually live a bit healthier. Again, I know how this has been, but it's just currently I'm just going through a and let's just say that it's difficult for me to maintain myself on the moment. Let's put it that way. So I can be very efficient on some of the runs, but I can quickly lose focus and then it's just gonna be collapsing on my arms. But like I just how would I say? I just really want to do it. I don't have a better way to put it. And for as long as I'm motivated, I'm gonna keep trying. And right now, I am actually quite motivated. I'm gonna keep trying. I want to be capable of doing this. Thank you. I appreciate your faith, even though if it might be very wrongly founded. But I really need to get going now. I need to get some rest eventually, and I still have things I need to do before that. So tomorrow's gonna be Darkest Dungeon 2. Gonna be suffering that instead. A little bit of, you know, spicy up a bit. Thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, always wonderful to see new people in the chat. And I'll be streaming most days at the same hour. And if somebody wants to, do feel free to come by again, or for the first time if somebody's watching this on YouTube that has not checked out my stream. But for now, please